Hi there, my name is Jacob Bors. I'm a landscape and hospitality photographer based on the Isle of Skye, and in today's episode of my Sky Photo Edits, we're gonna be looking at this picture and making it look like this. Great. Before we move on this week's picture, I wanted to show you this photo I brought today from the Spark Cave on the midwest of the island. It was amazing, and I was so surprised to find such an interior somewhere on our island. I will be posting more about this picture soon and hopefully edit it and share it with you guys on my Facebook and other social media accounts. But why are we here today? We're actually looking at this picture of Fairy Glen I took several weeks ago, and it was very, very popular on Facebook and PX500 and many other accounts, so I wanted to make sure that you guys know how to make it. So this is how the picture looked when I took it away from the camera, and I am using application called Adobe Photoshop Lightroom Classic. You're more than welcome to search and look for it on internet. It's a great application for editing pictures and for keeping the pictures sorted, and I definitely suggest for you to go and buy it because you can subscribe for a really small fee, and it's a great tool used by many popular photographers. So if we go to the develop mode and we get the main channel, when I work through the toolbar, I generally work from the top to the bottom, but I always start by bringing down the highlights and opening the shadows. And then when you hold the Alt key and bring the whites as far as they go until you see the white coming up. And then same with the blacks, you just bring down the blacks as much as you can. Generally I keep about 3% of the blacks on the screen just to keep some kind of balance. Then we come back to a little bit of contrast and we bring down a little bit the exposure. Now we need to bring a little bit of a color and choose the right white balance. So because it was a golden hour and sunset, we will bring a bit of the tint of magenta, and we will bring a little bit of the golden color just to get back the feel of the golden hour. With the clarity we bring it a little bit down, because when you use the highlights and shadows the way I do, generally it makes the picture look a little bit more unnatural. So when you lower the clarity, it brings back a little bit of the natural look. We bring a little bit of the vibrance, a little bit of the saturation. Now we need to do something with the sky. Generally when I use this system, the sky gets a little bit low out. We need to bring back the details and a little bit of the color. So for this we're going to use the graduated filter, and we place it somewhere here, just slowly down. We need to bring the exposure down to, let's say, 30 or 40, something a bit natural. And we're gonna just put a little bit of yellow and a little bit of pink on it. And that will do greatly. Now just to bring some of the lights, which you can't really see on it, we're gonna use the radial filter. So first we place one here around the stones, and we bring up a little bit of the exposure and a little bit of the clarity, and then maybe one more through the valley, again with the exposure up, with a little bit of the yellow and a little bit of the clarity, and maybe one more just here. Perfect. And now we're gonna do a little bit of dodge and burning. We're just gonna highlight some area to bring the light back, and we're gonna darken some areas to bring the dark where it's supposed to be. So in this case we're gonna start with the lighter areas. So we just highlight the valley. Yep. And then equally we're gonna just darken some of the parts which are already hidden. Okay, let's have a look at the result between the two. Pretty good, perfect. So we're almost done. We could darken a little bit more the outside areas. We could do a little bit more of the vignetting, but I think for this example and for this picture it looks pretty great. So you can just export it, share it on your Facebook and other social media accounts and enjoy it. So here is the first lesson. We're gonna do much more. We're gonna do things much in deeper, just to give an idea. For the next time, look for the Adobe Photoshop and Adobe Photoshop Lightroom, and we're gonna take it from there. You guys have a great rest of your weekend, and I'm looking forward to see you soon.